Hi Martin. It was a great start, but today's not been as great. How come?
Yeah, we wasn't up close 1v1. We wasn't physical enough. We were two or 3 yards off. We didn't get, and then when we did get close, we didn't stay in the duel enough. Yeah, and then physically we didn't even make it competitive.
In the pre-season game, you were big on pressing, and in the first two games, that was a big part of the two wins. What happened today? It wasn't shown today.
No, we just didn't commit. And actually, when we did commit in the first half and we committed in the second half, we forced a lot of errors, and we were just hesitant when to go and when not to go. And I said that at half time, we can't be in half positions. And I thought probably throughout the back end of the first half, we were in too many half positions to press. And when you do that, good teams will pick you off.
And how are you going to bounce back from this?
Pressing them with more intent, showing more passion, showing more desire, because, and I take responsibility for it more importantly, but that's not acceptable from a competitive probably perspective and an actual fight. That's not acceptable for a team that's going to work here.
Thank you, Martin.
Does the team see a different Martin Hahn in coming days after a defeat compared to the two victories?
No, it's just more, and I'm the same whether we win or we lose. I'm honest. I give them clarity, and more importantly, I won't accept, and they know that I won't accept half performances. It's not going to happen here no more. And more importantly, I think in flashes of the second half we showed a little bit more, and we were a bit more. I thought the players who come in actually impacted really well, and now it's a kind of a decision more importantly for me as a manager, but more for the players. There's a lot of competition in there now, and people have got to start stepping up.
I know game's just finished, but you've given quite a stern assessment of the game there. How's that gone down with the players?
No, fine. I was honest. I just said that we had a response second half, and the individuals who come in performed, actually done what I asked them to do. But we can't be in half positions when we're defending, and we definitely can't be giving away easy chances around our box.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Martin, was it a poor performance or were Man City just on fire?
No, they were good. They were good, but I think more, as I've alluded to, just a 1v1 defending in terms of the pressure. We were hesitant in terms of doing it, and we wasn't up close enough. But actually then, when we did get up close, I thought we were really competitive. But you can't do that in half measures against a team like that. But I thought today they were exceptional on, and actually in terms of through the game, they just waited for it. And when they got the ball, they were very clean with it. And I think when you've got a team that's so ruthless in front of goal, and probably part of that is that they were on fire. But actually, I think if I'm being critical, we were 2 or 3 yards off on a lot of the duels.
There were certainly a couple of positives, the penalty save and the goal.
Yeah. I think the goal. I think Olivia, I know she can do that. More importantly, she's still building up her fitness from the injury she's had, and it's just going to take a bit of time for her. And then Lisa pulls off a brilliant save, and obviously her and Chris do a lot of work on that in terms of where they might go. And I thought there was other good spells in the game, the way we played, but we can't have too many moments where we're not stepping into duels and we're not close enough on the pressure, because these teams, as you just alluded to, they'll just play through it.
What did you actually say at half time, and most importantly, what did you say at full time?
No, half time it was, you probably think I was going mental, but actually weren't. I just said that what we've stood for all the way through up to now is being competitive, being aggressive, being front-footed, not being hesitant, being demanding, and we didn't do any of that in probably the last 20-25 minutes of the first half. But then actually we've showed parts of it then, and after then I've just said to them after the same, we can't start games like that, and I won't allow us to start games like that, because more importantly I have to make sure I change the mindset on that, but also we've got to make sure the team's competitive, and if players aren't performing I have to make sure that I reward the players like that who come into the game.
I know I asked you the other day in the press conference about rotation.
Yeah.
Of course the cup game's on Wednesday. After such a heavy defeat at home, is it best to make changes?
No matter if it's cup or there's a game every day after one another, I won't change the team. I'll make sure that the strongest team goes out to win the game. In cup games, I want to win every cup game, want to win every league game. I ain't just going to rotate for the sake of a cup, and I will make sure the strongest team goes out and plays.
Martin,
Yes.
do you think the team has improved since last season? If so, which? And also, do you think the team will improve in time?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we've took bigger steps than where it was last year. There's a different attitude in terms of wanting to press forward, wanting to step higher. It was a lot lower last year. We're a lot braver with the ball. We're trying to maintain possession more importantly, and that takes time for that to happen. You can't just click your fingers and expect to see big changes, but I think we've took bigger steps than where it was last year, definitely. But more importantly, we can't have these off days. I think in the last 2 games we've took a real level in terms of performance, and maybe today you come up against a good side, but even though it's a good side, we've got to defend a little bit better.
Do you think your team played well today, despite the defeat?
Yeah, in spells. I thought we played well in spells in the game. I thought we had large portions of the ball, and we maybe didn't get that cutting edge in front of goal. But then I thought, more importantly, second half we had a little bit more of the ball. We got into the attacking third a lot more, but it's more the defensive side. In terms of 1v1, we just didn't get up close enough in too many moments.
Coach, 2 more questions, Tom. player Martin, thanks for speaking to us.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask you about the decision to start Charlie Brown tonight. Remember this time, or in this fixture last season, she had a great game against City. Was that kind of in your mind when you were making this decision?
No, more just the characteristics of what maybe we're going to have to defend against, the speed of the players they had, and it was more saying, okay, then, and then more importantly for us, how could we be more offensive with the fullbacks, trying to get Charlie higher to really push them back, and I think we've done it numerous times in the game. But you have to sometimes look at what the game needs and what the game plan needs, and I thought it was right for Charlie to be in.
Martin, obviously now mindset shifts to Wednesday's game in the League Cup. What are you going to be focusing on in training in the next couple of days?
Making sure we're more competitive, and I said that to the players. We've got to train. We've got to train like it's the last game we're going to play in terms of attitude, determination, commitment, but a real desire. Especially when we're defending, we just have to fight. And more importantly, when you do that in large moments, we see the success we get higher up the pitch. But as I said, we can't have spells where we're in and out of it too much. And today we was.
Thank you guys. Cheers.